we have three different Verdis. Everybody who knows about music knows that, like in Beethoven, there are three different periods in Verdi. When he was young, when he felt the influence or still of a little bel canto, and in that period he got mature and he has been able to enter in a new dimension of opera. Then there is the second period, which is the period of the maturity, and we are talking of Rigoletto, Trovatore, Traviata, that period. Probably this is the most typical Verdi. That's the Verdi that people loves most. It is a great Verdi. And then there is a third period of the old Verdi. The old Verdi who writes just for himself, who had all the experiences, who possess the technique 100%, who had the experience of the French theater, who learned from French theaters and composers how, let's say, to refine even the orchestration. And in that period, he felt the urge to rewrite Simon Boccanegra because he felt it was not a dead opera. But he felt that something could have been written better. So with the maturity of his age, not already the very, very old age, he rewrote this piece. And he created, in my opinion, one of his best.
One of the difficulties of this opera to be given is not an easy opera to do. First of all, you need a very strong cast. I mean, you need a Boccanegra. It's like doing Otello by Verdi. If you don't have an Otello, don't bother. And if you don't have an artist to do Boccanegra, don't do it, because the role, first of all, vocally is very demanding. Then you add the dramatic layer to it, you know, and then you add the sensitivity, which is so important in this role. Of course, Atanelli is just perfectly cast, vocally, dramatically, very sensitive artist, and he brings the pathos of the father and the recovery of the daughter and all that.
Maestro with Lotfi Mansouri, we meet together in first time in Vienna Belvedere competition, and I have photos when he gave me first prize. When I started to sing this role and I began to study, so quickly I liked it, because it's many different emotion in this role, vocal, that you can, you can sing also of the forte without, and then very sensible pianos, and it's not everything I have possibility to sing so most different, you know, I mean this power, singing power forte, and then very, very like the very pianissimo. And also then I saw many recordings, the Filia, when he is made first time with his daughter, and he recognized this his daughter, and this, like the Verdi wrote this F natural, high F, and it's still, yes, of course, this must be singing with voice, but if you put, it's still also where you write the dolce, dolcissimo, and I decided to sing it as the falset, but full falset like the voice, and the reaction was in the rehearsal, so from the Maestro Mansouri and also Maestro Müller, that's so, and everybody there, they said it's never we heard this, it's this and like different, and I like, and I love it now, this role, because it's, I said I can repeat this, it's many emotion.
His name.
That is unanimity.
Yeah.
This is not a really surprise.
You know that. You know that because he's a Guelphi.
Yeah.
He is of the patricians.
Yeah.
That is not a surprise. You know that, but you say that, but he's not like that. It's like as if the names are listed as traitors, and yet they're really not.
Okay.
So you try to defend him.
Yeah.
Amelia is very, very intelligent. She understands, and she's kind of a catalyst for the two parties, because she belongs to the patricians, because she's protecting the Grimaldi fortune, and yet at the same time her father is a plebeian, and so she's kind of straddles the both, and then her job is to really bring the two together, which she does in the final analysis at the end.
I think the important thing of Amelia is the variety of colors, because the role is not so very big, and the moments when she can show her character and her personality are not so many, because in many moments she must calm the men and react to them, and I think the mystery and the miracle of Amelia, her whole history of life is so important and so wonderful and sad, but for opera audition, it's, I think, so important that I'd like to show with different colors of voice how the feeling and how the situation for Amelia is.
Ma proprio per questo deve cantare un poco di più, così anch'io lo sento e tutti lo sentono. Ecco, però adesso è andato troppo veloce. Capito? Mi piace che sia...
Fiesco, it's a very good standard kind of a cantabile base for the Verdi repertoire, but he's got to have power, because the two duets with Boccanegra are just masterpieces of music theater, and they could be violent, and I think it's nice to have Arjun, because Arjun is young enough that he can bring that passion, because sometimes that role can get what the German call an Stehbass, a bass that just stands, you know, which is boring. But Arjun has enough passion and youthfulness that he can then bring that into an old man's character of Fiesco.
Se non perdono che per te sia sceso il trono a chi segna l'odio mio e alla notte va di Dio e di Fiesco l'offensore no, pace non farò se via l'omino no, poi
Fiesco is Italian patrician, and in his story it's very important as the private part of his life, as well as his political or his public attitude, because he's not only a patrician, as I said, but he's also father, and we meet him in the opera, his very first entrance, his famous aria, Addio a te l'estremo addio Palagio Altero. It's, we find the Fiesco in the very dramatic, when not say tragic moment of his life, when he loses his daughter. His daughter is dead, and we are present on the funeral of the daughter. And later on, when appears the main hero of the opera, Simon Boccanegra, we understand also that it's not only his private tragedy, but also his unhappy also as a patrician, as a representative of this political party, because the husband of his dead daughter was Simon Boccanegra, and he is so it's a very interesting combination between political relationships and family relationships. The aria Il Acerato Spirito, that's very beginning of the part. So we find the spectators and listeners, we find Fiesco in the very beginning of his part in this highly dramatic moment, the very intimate moment when he sings that he says adieu, he says farewell, farewell to the house of his parents, to the house of his of the old previous generations of his family. And he wants to leave this house because in this house he lost his unique only daughter. And this aria is actually in the best tradition of Italian lamento arias. He's crying, but crying as a very noble and very noble and very strong man. The aria is accompanied by the chorus, by the female chorus. They sing Miserere, and it makes the whole atmosphere very also very sad, very dramatic, very full of pain. But it's a wonderful line, and it's rather simple aria, really. That is why it's normally sang also by the students. But to reveal the whole deepness of the character is not so easy, because you have to find out really all possible colors.
Resa al fulgor degli angeli, prega Maria per me. Prega per me.
I think Verdi singing, Verdi conducting means just this: to respect, to enter into the theme, of course emphasizing all the colors, not just conducting the melody as an amateur, but that's the king of the music, the Italian music, singing. Singing. Verdi was very strict with interpreters, with singers, and with conductors too. He always said and wrote, I want the singers and the conductor to do exactly what I wrote. Apart that this is not true because there are documents that he permitted the high C in La Pira to the famous French tenor, yes. But then you must think that when he said those words, he said because in that period and before there was a tradition of not respecting the text. It came from old bel canto where even the style asks for freedom, changing even notes, adding some coloratura, doing some rallentato. For this reason, in that moment, Verdi intended, no, you must strictly do what I asked. But I cannot imagine somebody do just strictly what is printed. I'm sure even Verdi would be happy to have an interpreter who recreates the role in the respect of what he wrote. I cannot imagine doing music just thinking to be correct. And that is what we try to do. We are lucky, we have singers from different schools, different traditions, different experience, different styles. And my task is to try to keep them and to mold them with what is my experience and my feelings. I think I am successful in doing this because when I hear all these great singers, we are having really great singers in this production, and I feel that they are giving me what I am asking them.
Yeah, but I have to wait for him when he's taking the pugnale.
Yeah, but you must act according to the music, not to the music according to the...
Yeah.
So, figlia d'adorno, la paterna ombra di chiama, vindice. This is that.
Yeah.
It has to be
Yeah.
vindice. That's very important. Good. The chorus, as usual, with Todd, is giving me a very compact sound. I always ask for cupo, for dark color. Yes, pronunciation, but the sound is even more important. Not a long part for the chorus, but important when they sing. And the orchestra, we are working in these days, and they know me, at least, if not all, 90%, they know me, and I don't need to talk too much in order to express what I need. They give me. Give life to this beat. Anticipate the crescendo. Must be very cantato, espressivo. It was beautiful. I would start up, not down. If it is not what is correct, it's my fault, it's not their fault. But I think you will love it. Good. Much better.
atroce sogno il mio. Fai voci! Ecco d'inferno è questo!
It's not like Traviata, it's not like Rigoletto, it's not that accessible. It's not just a simple, direct love story. She loves him, she hates him, he dies, she dies, you know. It's not that simplistic. It's much more complicated because of all the layers, as I said, the political, personal, all that other stuff. That's why it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do, it's not easy, that accessible for the audience, but it's so rich. It's like anything worthwhile, you gotta do some work.